today I'm going to be sharing with you a cottage pie recipe. It is the same cottage pie that I made in a previous video where I filmed what we had to eat that week, dinner ideas, and quite a few of you asked me for the recipe, so I thought I would film this to show you the recipe. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you can see more of my videos. I actually get asked quite a lot to film recipe videos sharing with you how I make things, and to be honest, I don't do them very often because in my head I have this idea of how I want to film them, and they're very kind of like nicely edited and filmed, and the reality is I just never get a chance to film videos like that because my kitchen is always messy, or my hair's like this and I don't look so nice, or I'm rushing around and I just don't have the time. So today I just decided I'm going to go for it because basically you just want to see the recipe, you're not worried about my face. So I'm going to show you how I make it, and you'll have to excuse my kitchen and me, it is what it is. And also I am rushing as usual because I need to get the tea on the table, and I do have to nip out to pick up Andrew from the train station because he gets the train home. So I've got to get the tea on the go, get it in the oven so I can nip down, pick him up and come back up and dish up dinner. So that is what is going to happen. I'm going to show you how I make it and hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, please give a thumbs up and let me know in the comments to make more, because like I say, I don't do these very often because I just feel like they're not good enough. So if you think they are good enough and you'd like to see more of them, let me know so I can make more. And if it doesn't get a very good reception, then I might not bother making any more. So let me know because I want to make what you guys want to see. So let's get started and I'll show you how I make my version of the Joe Wicks cottage pie. It is very loosely based around his recipe and I kind of make it my own. So I'm going to show you how I make it.
The ingredients that I used to make my cottage pie were minced beef, 1 carrot, 5 sweet potatoes, some grated cheese, some frozen chopped onion, some peas, some butter. I also used some Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce, some beef stock cubes, some salt and pepper, and some garlic puree and tomato puree. So the first thing I did was take my sweet potatoes, pop them onto a plate and pop them into the microwave, and I put them on for 10 minutes each side. After 10 minutes I turned over and put them on for another 10, and it's important that you don't prick them with a fork, and you'll see why later on in the recipe. Then you're going to take your mince, pop it in the pan, and you're going to start browning it, and obviously break up the mince as it's browning in the pan over a hot heat, and gradually it will start to brown. While it's doing this, you can start grating your carrot. I obviously peeled my carrot first and then I started grating it. And then this is my mince all browned. I actually used 1 kilogram of mince and I only needed half of that for this recipe. So I took half of the browned mince and kept it aside because I'm going to use that for another meal later on in the week. So I'm only going to use half of the mince just now for the cottage pie. Now that the mince is browned, I added my garlic puree. I just eyeball it, but I would hazard a guess it's probably around a teaspoonful that I add. I then added my tomato puree. Now ideally I would probably add about 2 tablespoonfuls, but you might be able to see here that it is very low, there's hardly any left in it, so I squeezed out as much as I could, and that's about all I got out of it. But ideally I would have put 2 tablespoonfuls in, and a good dash of Worcestershire sauce, then some salt and pepper to season it, and then I gave it a good stir round for a couple of minutes just to sort of cook off the garlic there. Then I added my grated carrot into the mince, and this is great if your kids don't like vegetables because it's really hidden amongst the mince. You can hardly tell it's there once it's cooked, but it adds a lovely sweetness to the mince. So I give that a good mix through, and then I add my frozen chopped onions, and then, you guessed it, give them a good stir round. Then I added my peas. Last time I only used about half a can and I felt that was fine. My kids don't really like peas, so I thought I would only add half a can so there wasn't too much for them. But today they were really annoying me, so I put in the whole can of peas. Next I added my beef stock. It was just 1 OXO beef stock cube which I mixed with 200 ml of water. I actually then added another 100 ml, so if you feel like you want to, you can do that as well. I gave it a good stir and then I popped the lid on and left it for about 15 minutes to simmer. So here I have some broccoli which I am going to be popping in the microwave just before we are ready to eat because it doesn't take long at all. In the colander I have my sweet potatoes which have been cooked in the microwave. I've left them there to cool. You're going to see why in a minute. So leave them to cool thoroughly. Once they're nice and cool and able to be handled, this is the magic bit. Just take a pair of scissors, snip off the top of your sweet potato, and then you can very easily squish it out into some kind of container. As you can see, it's so simple just to squish it out, and it doesn't even need mashing because once you squish it out, it's all mashed already. And I just did this with all the potatoes till I had it all into the container. And then, like I say, you don't even have to mash it, so I'm just going to take some of my cheese. Joe Wicks does not recommend adding cheese. I very much recommend adding cheese, it tastes delicious. And then I took my fork and gave it a good mix round. And then my camera died, so the next couple of steps are photographs, and then we're back to video again. So all I did was took the mince mixture after 15 minutes, popped it in the bottom of a casserole dish, put my sweet potato and cheese mixture on the top. I roughed it up a bit with a fork, popped it in the oven until it was nice and golden on top and the cheese was all melty. Then I took it out of the oven. I'd at this point popped the tender stem broccoli into the microwave to cook. It only takes a few minutes, so that's perfect. And then it was time to dish up the cottage pie for everyone. And I just use a big scoop and give everybody a great big portion of cottage pie with some broccoli, and this is what it looks like when it's plated up.
So here is the finished pie. It tastes absolutely delicious. Really good. Definitely recommend making this. The carrots make it lovely and sweet, and the flavours of the mince are just delicious. And of course the sweet potato topping with that bit of cheese is absolutely delicious. We're just having it with some steamed broccoli. So there you go, that is how I make my cottage pie. Like I say, it is very loosely based around the Joe Wicks cottage pie, but tweaked to suit my family. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up so I know to make more, and let me know in the comments that you enjoyed it and that you don't mind my very un-TV chef-like filming. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!